More than 50 firefighters and aerial resources have been deployed to the Newlands area of Table Mountain National Park above Kirstenbosch Gardens. Megan Taplin, who is the park manager of Table Mountain National Park, joins us now. Megan, good evening. Thank you so much for your time. Really do appreciate it. Is the fire at the moment still ravaging on, and how much of the area has been contained?
Yes, indeed. Thank you for having me. We are still working on the fire. In fact, we've had 85 firefighters working on the fire today, as well as 3 helicopters and a spotter plane. And the crews continue to battle the blaze, which started in Newlands, but has burnt up towards the back table of Table Mountain, towards the area of Maclear's Beacon. So they will continue overnight as well, making sure that they keep the fire line. It is a difficult blaze to battle because there are many steep cliffs in the area which are quite inaccessible to the ground firefighters and difficult for the helicopters to bomb with water. So they are focusing on the flanks, which are, at the top table.
Has the cause of the fire been determined yet?
Not yet. We have launched an investigation, as we do with all fires, to make sure that we find out what the cause was and even to prosecute if we can.
Are there any specific closures that the public should be aware about? Which part of the park is not accessible? Which roads may have potentially been cut off? I understand that the Newlands area has quite snaky roads, which are oftentimes very narrow, that can impact traffic and residential access. What are the temporary measures in place at the moment, should there be any effects of that?
Right. We have closed the hiking trails in the Newlands forest area of the park, as well as the contour path that goes between the Platteklip Gorge side of the mountain and the Devil's Peak hiking trails and the Maclear's Beacon hiking trails. So we ask the public to please not walk on those trails for their own safety. We don't want them to get in the way of firefighters, and also, there are, with the fire going through that area, there are rockfalls that might happen. There are boardwalks that have burnt on the hiking trails. So we ask people to please stay out of those areas. They are closed until further notice. The fire is not impacting any vehicle roads at the moment.
Has there been any residential impact?
No, there's been no infrastructure. It's mostly been burning inside the park. So it's not threatening any of the infrastructure or people's houses at the moment, as it's burnt mainly upslope. But we will continue trying to contain the fire.
Yeah. Are the weather conditions favorable for fighting the fire at the moment? I understand hot, dry and windy weather can make it really difficult for firefighters to contain a spreading fire.
We've been very fortunate with the wind today. It hasn't been strong at all, so that has helped us in fighting the fire. But there is a weather warning out for tomorrow for the wind to pick up. So we're trying to contain it as much as possible before the wind does pick up tomorrow.
Yeah. Megan Taplin, thank you so much for your time. Really do appreciate it. Megan Taplin is the park manager of the Table Mountain National Park.